Why, hello there, Final Fantasy Randomizer. It's me, yo girl, Maddie. And this is going to be something a little bit interesting, a little bit new. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes to, well, firstly, send out some thanks to Dade for helping me set something like this up, and obviously to all of our racers who are going to be here today. I'll get more into them as we go. But this is the first ever what I'm calling the monthly Runback race. So previous showcases here on FFR have had me essentially have someone on to run what was our monthly seed for the month, because every month Dade tends to release a new seed that's either just some interesting combinations of settings we haven't had or something entirely new. Now, this month had something entirely new, but last month I essentially took the time to speak with Dade to see if we could do something a little special just to kind of not take the seed out of everyone's pockets for watching it here. So what we have here, like I said, is the monthly Runback race. This is the same settings as the monthly that basically all of us have run, but it's a brand new seed with, well, who knows what's in store. So I don't know anything that's going to happen. I don't know any of the other stuff, like I don't have the precognition of everything. I only know the setting, and Dade also gets a chance to fix a couple of the bugs we find along the way, for which we get to see some interesting stuff on this one, hopefully, if our racers choose to be a little bit, what would the word for it be? Bold, as to see if they can afford theft. So without any further ado, we have our racers here. I've got Tomba in our upper left, Tomba DT. We've got Warlink 05, we have Darkness Link 81, and Magiku, two of which have been on this showcase before, and we welcome them back in terms of Warlink and Magiku. But that's it. Don't think I've had Tomba on yet, nor have I had Darkness Link, who is a German runner. So this is going to be very interesting how they all handle this. Now, I will give a minor spoiler for what we did this month. This month introduced a new Shop Sanity style setting, and with it involved, essentially, there are now a bunch of extra shops littered around the world. So all of the phone booths now have a shop which contains 2 items each in them, and those items are in logic. Rupee logic is accounted for. So we'll get to see our runners basically racing through that and getting the chance to take more advantage of all the rupees that are just completely scattered around the Link's Awakening world. Because, man, if 20 rupees doesn't give you joy, what does? Now, that said, I'm here on my own in terms of the hosting and tracking duty, so I'm going to do my best, but it is 4 runners to keep track of. Thankfully, as the restreamer as well, I do get to see all of their individual trackers, so I should be able to pull some notes from that. Most of them will likely be auto-tracking, so I praise our love and savior K-Branch for making the tracker as lovely as it is. Oh, that said, I will probably be hydrating a lot too. So we got our water, and if I had to guess on this race's length, probably about an hour, maybe an hour 15, depending on how this seed rolled compared to the original. So we should see our runners starting up here soon, probably in about 2-ish minutes tops. And if you have any questions in chat, obviously feel free to pose them. I'm here and ready, and I will likely invite as many of the runners as want it into post-race interviews here. I will probably have to remind them on language, though. We do try our best here. That said, I wish we had the points wagering, because I would totally be ready for a points wager on who you think is going to win. Let me know in chat for sure who you think is going to take this race in terms of these 4 races. They're all very good in terms of, getting this far and even trying it. And hey, you're always welcome to come join our community over at the LADXR server. We obviously, again, host these monthly races, and I obviously try to do extra stuff along the road with that as well. Dade is lovely in terms of getting back to things on how things work and helping a long ways. And if you've got some time for the FFR community, obviously come and join us. I also host monthly AP games. This month we have 70 whole seeds, so it's been a fun time. We accept Final Fantasy Randomizer, Link's Awakening Randomizer, obviously, and basically any game you could want for that. So we like to have a good time. over a long time. With that said, we should be get ready to go fairly soon. We'll just wait on that. Ooh, probably about 1 more minute. Ah. Like I said, make sure you've got a drink to hydrate. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Also, keep in mind, we do have a marathon coming up next weekend. Basically, or next week starting on Thursday. We will be having our winter marathon in support of the South Carolina Burn Children's Fund. So look forward to that. You'll get to hear my lovely voice at least a couple of times during it. I'm helping commentary with a few things and hosting others, so look forward to it. And we have some very good prizes for that as well, if that's your jam. And everything we do there goes directly to the charity, so nothing to worry about there. All right. So, just getting underway. You can probably count it down with me, chat. So about 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, they're off. So let's see what lovely start Taryn has in mind for all of our runners today. And hey, are you even listening to her? She's talking 4 whole times. Alright, a powder start. That's never a fun one. We're just going to mark that for all of them so that I can at least hopefully try to keep track of that one. And we've got Tomba and Darkness Link immediately headed down to the bit, getting 200 rupees, an excellent pickup. Everyone else following suit. And we have our first shop with Boots and Rooster. Oh, they're doing it! They're doing it! Ha ha ha! And they all learned. I told them they were allowed to try. And then now they're realizing they don't have to. It's going for the thing. You can't steal without sword, Tomba. We have Magic going for early rupees? Oh, attempting the grind. I like it. I gotta respect it. Get a Tail Cave key and early pickup. We also have Rooster for 3 of our runners. So let me tick that off as soon as I get it. Now, we obviously can't track keys as nicely here. Well, we got them running around, considering things. Doot. Doot. I'm gonna say, checking those hints, never a bad thing. Eagles Tower has a secret. We got our beach check, looks to be a map. Yep, that's a get out of there. I'm gonna say, refilling on that powder at the lovely House Ghost, whom I donate 8 instruments. Yes, that is correct, Lost. So they will need all 8 instruments for this seed. And you know what? I gotta respect Magi taking the rupees here. It's not a terrible idea. Now, there's enough in logic. It's probably not gonna pay off in the long run, but I definitely respect it when you're gonna have to pick up extras. We got Darkness Link being our first to head into the forest. Those German runners always excellent at just rushing everything they can. I lose to Luck Burst, and I know I do. Ooh, taking the good old Vanilla Raccoon Terran. That map is, in fact, for Bottle Grotto, so Tomba likely considering a reset from here. Ooh, there it is. Gonna say, a nice tech skip from Darkness Link. We love seeing it. Ooh, and looks like Magi's gonna go fishing. Gonna say, we see those floating rupees. I did miss what was there, though, with nothing on the tracker. I'm guessing it wasn't super important in the behind the woods. I say, missing it twice. Dude. Alright, and with Rooster, we got, checking in the back here, ooh, the Nightmare Key for Eagles. That's one we don't super tend to care about as racers, but hey, you take what you can get. It does save a little bit of time to just be able to use it. Ooh, that is Tail Key, and I missed what the other key was, but I think it was Double Dungeon Key there in the Swamp one. That is interesting. Ooh, imagine taking advantage of this extra store, so you can actually trade your hearts for extra money. And it's just purely for speed. There are enough rupees to get everything within the game. We got Mushroom getting picked up from the swamp. Me trying to track 100 different things at once. It's fine. My brain will survive. And Mushroom's not even on our tracker, is it? Alright. Grabbing those up. Ugh. That said, if you're not me, do take the time to hydrate. We do love it in this house. Dude. Alright, Manji, with enough money to get everything. Grabbing the boots first, where everyone else grabbed the rooster. Interesting, but also just grabbing them both, because why not? We've got our other players basically looking for the rupees to pick up those boots, because they all very much hoped that they could scam the rupees. Yeah, noticing the tail and slime keys there. So that's a lot of dungeon access really early. We've got our good old Warling checking there, grabbing that heart piece. Now, again, I mentioned that there's that secret shop, so that actually is something to consider. You can grab the health and essentially trade it in for extra money. It looks like Warling's going to be our second to pull that off. Mainly, I'm imagining he wants those boots. Like, you gotta want those boots after you see them. Is a Darkness Link skipping out on that? Considering his choices. Going fishing. Dude. I'm gonna say, and then we got Bracelet, that's huge, and Sword. Unfortunately, not able to pick both of them up in one trip. We got Manji doing the boots. Dude. Is it everyone just running it? Dude. We got Tomba going for some extra money. Okay, so there's the honeycomb. Interesting pickup from the woods. We got that bracelet. We're gonna take full advantage. Okay, so it looks like Tomba bought the sword while I wasn't looking. Unfortunately, the only one without a functioning tracker for me to keep track of. Is it grabbing a mad batter check here real quick? Is it looks like the sword was also picked up there. Not a terrible pickup. You see, this early bracelet is a very interesting sort of 50-50 of what you want to go with. Whether you want the sword for the protection, or whether you want the bracelet for the ability to get out of Maeve. Honestly, I'm team bracelet in that regard. I've also played a lot of AP seeds, so... Getting another check here. Ooh. First seashell of the run. Or second, third. Lots of seashells. So many seashells. Dude, let's try to track the ones that we can. There's a heart container for Manji, which is going to probably turn into money. Just with that bracelet in hand. Like I said, we get all these extra checks. It's a map. Oh, disappointment is immeasurable. Day is ruined. Power bracelets at none. That means it did show up in a store somewhere. We've got Tomba taking the first advantage of that secret health shop. Oh, it's just a lovely time. It was a lovely time had by all. You can say there's the extra mushroom that you get after you've turned it in. I say grabbing this money because you need the money. Tomba going with Tail Key, an interesting choice. Not gonna complain. He's got Bracelet, so we have Tomba trying to again pull off the theft, but should have Bracelet and Sword if that's the case, considering the sword or they walked out of. Guess we had Darkness Link finishing off good old Rock Golem, or Stone Hinox. I like Rock Golem better. And getting a key for Bottle. It's a good pickup. You guys say more of that fishing, which I believe is just a shell at this point, I'd like to believe. Manji finally coming around to check out the swamp stuff, pick up the mushroom here. I missed what was under there. Ooh, it looks like bombs upgrade. Unfortunately, not bombs themselves. Unless it was. I need to see that inventory. Checking another shop. Ooh, there's Feather. That is huge for Warlink. We've got everyone playing some trendy game for the money. Yes, consider that dungeons aren't oh, they don't have bombs yet. That's something to consider. See, there's that sword. Ooh, 2 swords. Hello. When did that happen? Not complaining. Like I said, I don't have the cognizance, and I'm trying to track 4 things. So, if you like LADX and would love to help me out on future broadcasts, please join the FFR server. And, you know, the once a month that we do this, I could always use a hand. We've got Manji once again going for more money from the health store, as you do. As all of our runners just basically try to collect money and get an idea of what they want to do. We've got Warlink heading into Color Dungeon alongside Tomba, both at the same time. And we've got Magic going into D1, so we'll see what D1 has in store here, because it's in Logic without Bracelet. It's an extra 50 bucks. We like it. Nobody using my amazing sprite set. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. And so we do have bombs there on Warlink's side. I'm wondering where he picked those up. I mean, they're gonna work in exchange for that sword while still waiting. There's a piece of power from Manji, that's huge. That's a bit of extra movement speed. Ah, we have Warlink with the bombs taking advantage and just going to get as much out of this room as possible. So I'm seeing the save and quit, followed by the hard reset to reset that room. There it is. And be allowed to basically loot it for all it's worth. Because the more money you have, the better in this particular flag set. We do have shuffled mini-bosses, so Blano here... Ooh, giving Tomba the business! That is unfortunate. As Manji continues to explore here in D1, I don't know if they've gotten anything specific. They don't have Feather. I'm curious what they're aiming for this way. Nope. Alright, working on the 3 of a kind. Worst enemy in this game. As Tomba and Warlink continue their escapades. Grabbing that little powder. A little bit of a secret there if you need some. And Beak for Anglers, not great. That said, Warlink is now up to about 400 rupees, and we'll see if these rupees make a huge difference here, as all of our racers are dealing with different problems on this one. This is a lot of route divergence, considering how you choose to spend your early rupees. There we go. The disadvantage of selling all your hearts. You do only have 1 heart. Let's see, we are picking up Bracelet there on Darkness Link's side, as well as First Sword. So it has to have been somewhere that they picked it up. Yoshi Doll. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Alright, Tomba ditching D1. Probably gonna go straight to D2, considering Bracelet and Sword. Would be my guess. We have Ribbon having been picked up for Manji. Interesting, so that was in D1. Was Ribbons leading to 100 rupees? Not terrible. Yes, they're throwing hands with the Moblins. Tomba showing them the business. As Warlink continues to loot this room, going for the full 999, does not want to have to stop for anything. So at this point, yeah, there we go. 800 or so, just picking up all of those items that we've missed along the way. There's those boots, those lovely, lovely boots. Got Stone Hinox once again going down. A little bit of revenge. For 20 bucks, there's that bottled grotto key. Is they picking up all of the goods? Huh, I did not know level 2 sword spin attack dealt with them. Now I know! Tomba teaching even me something new. Alright, taking advantage of this bottle grotto key, we have Dude, Manji doing Dream Shrine. Interesting choice. Key Cavern Key there in D2. Dude. And Eagle's Tower Key. That... we know where Feather is, unfortunately, so... not gonna be that big. Actually, we're gonna see Warlink with first Feather here, assuming that he ends up stopping into that store. Which is going to be... oh, hook shot out of Dream Shrine. Okay. This is interesting. And grabbing that face key as well. Oh my. So at this point, we're still very early in the race, only about 15 minutes, so there's still a lot of game to go. Nobody's got an instrument, but just in terms of having that feather, I would place Warlink in the lead, just because the feather is so much cheating available. And by that, I mean, oh man, the things an experienced LADX player will do with a feather. It will boggle the mind. There's a honeycomb getting picked up by Manji. I missed what was under the rock. It does not look like it was anything major. Probably money. Lots of returning home from our runners here. Doot. Now we are post-seashell patch. Feather is truly broken. It very much is, Malchior. It very much is. So many glitches possible. It's true. It enables like half the game, or like more than it. Sequence breaks everything. It's so very true. Ooh, dog food in the tree. Now, that we can peek that without actually turning that in. It looks like Tompa's actually going to... go to Dream Shrine. No. Turn in the Yoshi doll. Ooh, Mambos. That is a fun pickup. Now, obviously with that Ocarina, it doesn't do us much good, but it is still a juicy pickup. You're saying we know this Dream Shrine has Hookshot in it, so that's going to be another big tool for Tomba. Hookshot being... if I were to tier all the items in Link's Awakening, it would be number 1, Feather 100% of the time, every time. Second, probably Bombs for the things that it enables, then likely Hookshot is number 3. And that is Bananas behind the Honeycomb trade-in. Interesting. That's... logical? No, they have logical access to D4 because of the Rooster. And the bracelet, so... As we've got Darkness Link doing Mountain, and having picked up Frog Song, it looks like. Interesting, interesting. Cute. Got these early D2 checks. There's 2 more Nightmare Key, or Dungeon Keys. Oh, and just picking both of them up. That is so much dungeon access that feather, I think... yeah, I being able to get here that early means now Warlink has a lot of time to just route whatever he wants. And I think that's huge. Like, I think that's going to make or break this race. Because he knows where Tail Key is, he knows where Slime Key is, because they're both up at the Swamp House, so he knows where every key is. That means he's got access to basically every dungeon except for 5. Still needs to find the flippers, but... oh, and there's Rod and Shield! Oh, not picking up the Shield. I mean, it's only 2 checks. Makes enough sense. Save the rupees, get the Rod. Failing the amazing run. You see, these bombs that Warlink found as well, I don't know where he got them, but dang, they are making a huge difference here. It just accessibility and ability to check stuff. You guys are getting a small art piece, really needing it, Tomba, with the 1 health. Grabbing things up. And a seashell there. Small pickup. Alright, it was a heart piece under there. Got another mad batter for... yep, they're just $20. Joy. You can't prove otherwise. Yeah, money, you know what? We take money in this economy. 50 rupees. Because Tom taking an unfortunate death, not getting the quick save to get out of it, but that is perfectly fine. Tomba. 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 Tomba, you're right there. Tomba, the store. The shop. Alright, so that's $100 in the desert. Not a terrible bit. Returning home. Probably going to consider different pickups here. $20 there on the tiny island. And there's that feather. Oh, yeah. So that's Tomba second in the air. Or off the ground, I guess. Would be the appropriate term. I was going to say additional piece of art. I think that makes 3 for Tomba to be able to potentially get another trade-in at the store. Got Warlink going into Dream Shrine, which means they're going to be picking up Hookshot fairly soon. As well, same deal with Darkness Link, both of them basically on each other's tails. There is those bombs under the pot, in the extra home, or in the ghost's house. That is huge. And there's carrying more. Okay, so it was all right there. There was never any question about it. So that makes that a huge play. That is Necklace from the dog food trade. We'll see if that leads to anything, considering how many items are just raw in shops for this one. As we get into about minute 20, I will advise, just remember to hydrate. Oh, you're not me, you don't have to talk through the entire thing. But it doesn't hurt to put a little water in you. Warlink headed to Boots and Bombs Cave for the 2 checks there. So that's always a good choice. We have Tomba getting more rupees from Trendy Game. I don't know how I feel about this. Because at this point, you've got bombs. You found the bombs. You could do the color dungeon. Which is just a lot more immediately and fairly quickly. Oh, an arrow, we don't care. Nothing will ever make arrows good. We've got Darkness Link running down to the beach. Small controller issue from Manji, looks like. Ooh, there's the flippers and second bracelet. Yeah, not picking up second bracelet yet, because it's only really good for 1 dungeon, and if we get everything without it, it's not necessary. But those flippers are huge, because those are they're entrance to a dungeon unless you cheat. They will be required to fight the D4 boss. There's no getting around that. But you can get into Catfish Maw without it. If you're crafty enough. Certainly there's more checks to be making. Trendy Game should be a last resort. Yes and no in this case. And I think this might be Tomba realizing that Color Dungeon is the better option. As I try to, like, track everything that's being done here. There's a lot to do. It doesn't seem like I've missed too much. Except for maybe Magic, which I feel bad for. Probably just picked up the dog food from the tree there. Yeah, you didn't pick up Slime Key yet. And there's turning in those bananas on Warlink's side. Probably going to check the 5 checks that are here in... what do you call it? Canelet. Ooh, the letter. Interesting. Trade items leading to trade items, completely out of sequence. Gonna say Darkness Link not having the money, unfortunately, but that is 2 Nightmare Keys. It will not tell you what it is due to the errors in this one. Now, we know it can't be D8. If Tomba, like, yes, the flippers. Oh, I love Runner's little ticks every now and again. Gonna say, Manji trying to get a couple of extra rupees just in hope to maybe pick up those flippers. Oh, and Tomba taking a small death. Not gonna be too much of an issue. That is a seashell as our first check here. in Canalet. I used to call it Canalave for some reason. Never will understand that. I was gonna say, Darkness Link going for the bomb trigger for Papal's wife. Oop, missing it, and also getting it on the 1 pixel. It's always terrible. Yeah, at this point, they're just like, nope, reset it. It's gonna be faster. 50 bucks from the little magpie. Let's get those swords going. Alright. So let's see what's here in Canalet, shall we? Just gonna pay some extra attention to Warlink, who again I think is in the lead for this race, for now at least. That is another Seashell, so that does all open up the ability to get the first check in Seashell Mansion as well. Little click. Opening the gate just in case you need to come back. Or you want to leave. You never know. Ooh, not bombing first. Interesting. Was there a hint on that one? Tomba was just like, nope, I need the money. Gotta save, you never know. Angler Key doesn't help yet. I'm gonna say 50 rupees for that first Seashell turn-in. That's not terrible to see. Poking around. A piece of heart. Not a great pickup from that point. This is where Luckwurst's patented reset out would come in handy. I'm gonna say peeking. I'm gonna hope that our runners are taking notes on what items are where, because that rod is but also really good still. Gonna say the map, we don't care. Just leaving. And that is a key for Turtle Rock. With the items available that's still necessary, you do need 1 Turtle Rock key. But I'd almost say that's something worth resetting out of in, like, future runs. Just because there's so many other Turtle Rock keys you get access to. I'm still curious where Tomba found this second sword. I'm gonna have to ask him when he's done. Can you steal from shops? I think you can, but it does require sword, because that's just a trigger for how the shop functions. We haven't seen any of our runners try, since they did the save and quit and died horribly. They also could be drastically afraid that attempting to steal would take too long. Because if they do steal, it does create the problem that they are going to have to deal with that death cutscene, because that's just how it functions. Which means it's going to waste time versus them potentially just finding the rupees and coming back. So it depends on, like, are you in desperate need of this item? Yes. But right now they aren't. So it just kind of creates a better situation for them. I'm gonna say catching those keys on Darkness Link's side. I'm gonna say they're not going for the keys right now. They're more concerned with items, which is not the worst play. Yeah. We have Tomba getting those flippers, which I think makes Tomba our first able to go into the water. I'm gonna say necklace get on that side for Warlink. Yeah, in terms of items that I've missed how they got them, we have the 2nd level sword. Ooh, Manji about to... Oh, wait, no, do we not need lens? Did he get lens? I don't know. I have not seen his stuff. I'm gonna assume he probably has lens if he's doing that. Dog food. That... No, don't think he does. I'm gonna say exploration from all of our runners here. All still fairly close. That said, I do still kind of put Warlink ahead. We've got Warlink going back into Color Dungeon. My guess, just based on the keys I see, is just purely to get more rupees, probably to grab the flippers and the level 2 bracelet, and just some of those keys that he saw along the way. We're gonna get the first runner to turn in the necklace, or as it is in mine, the bikini top, because we prefer the original Japanese. Whoop. There we go. Just a minor stall, just a seashell, not great. Let me correct these seashell counts where possible. Now, we're probably going to see Tomba. Yep, there's the bomb equip already. Swimming all the way here. We're going to bomb the fisherman. We don't care about his trade item. Ooh! I have to respect that. That was swanky. I like it. Gonna say, Rod get on Warling's side. That is one of the best weapons in the game in terms of doing most things. Mabe's got magic powder, a hint we don't care that much about. Getting these extra rupees, always useful. Now, I think we're probably going to see Darkness Link go for the flippers, unless he knows where the feather is. No, going for... Okay, no, ignoring level 2 sword, as anticipated. Let's see, there's the flippers for Manji, making him second able to swim. I was gonna say, I wonder how many of the runners are going to curse me out afterwards, because I said that they were welcome to try to rupee cheat the shop. Hey, Joe, how are you doing? I am trying my best to commentate all of this. Gonna say, that, I missed what it was. Trying to keep track of 4 racers is a treat for commentary. Key for Key Cavern. Not a terrible pickup here. That's actually access to deeper in this dungeon. Oh, no, not it. No, this isn't Key Cavern. What am I doing? Gonna see about Warlink with his second trip to the Color Dungeon. Ah. Well, hey. There will always be other races. Gonna say, we're getting that letter there on Darkness Link's side. And 10 more bombs. We take those. Top edit out. Gonna say, did we miss a check here? It looks like it. That's 100 rupees. We're not gonna complain. Just Warlink filling up on money, because I think there's still at least 2 or 3 shops he's gotta clean out. Golden Leaf, an excellent Oh, no, wait. Can swim. Never mind. I was gonna praise amazing glitch work when it wasn't even there. Gonna say Darkness Link going for the worst check in the game, but we always set up with it with a nice save and quit location. Tomba doing second Mad Batter of the run, or of his run. Oop, brought the rod out and everything, and it's Smasher. Buzz Zap. And it's a seashell. I missed what was in the lake. It looks like nothing relevant. Alright, everyone getting collections o stuff, TM. Did anyone try to save and quit? Dade said he did something to prevent it. Yes, they all tried to save and quit at the very beginning, except for Manji, and it was hilarious. So you have to go back and watch the beginning of the run for that one. Or if you're in the FFR server, which you can join, you can hop into the race room and grab the seed to try for yourself, technically. You can play alongside our runners if you'd like, but, you know, no spoiling their race. So you've got Warlink taking on the bingo room. That is definitely what it's called. 20 bucks. Making sure to wait for the rupees to finish counting up, as you do, and then just the hard reset. We're probably going to do another grind there. A Tail Cave key for Manji there. Interesting. And we got this, extra seashell. Gonna say seashells all around. And a Guardian Acorn. Oh, the worst. Alright. And picking up the Mad Batter item here. We've got Darkness Link doing the good old medicine here. It's gonna be fine. Dude. Here's a money collection. I think Warlink's just got the strat on this one. Because our runners don't, I think, have a Catfish Maw-Key to really get deep into it for the flippers mattering too much, and we've seen basically all of the flippers checks being kind of meh. That's it. Cash in this mushroom in. I don't remember it being anything good. We'll mix up something in a jiff. Just a seashell. I'm gonna say, we even take money at this point. I was gonna say, still no feather on Darkness Link's side. And that's just a matter of, like, there's a lot of making sure you check the shops and, like, pick your battles for what rupees you want. Because it looks like we have Tomba likely doing some extra color dungeon in here. Gonna get those rupees, hopefully remember about the rupee room, because all of our runners are hurting for money. Except for Warlink. Warlink is just, like, ready to go. He's just like, yep, I got the money. Quick. You checked the VOD? It was a beautiful trick, wasn't it, Luckwurst? I told them they were allowed to try. I did not say what it was going to do. So watching them all do it was my little treat for the day. There we go, we got Tomba taking the money. I was gonna say, it does look like we apparently did have a D5 key for Darkness Link. Interesting. Doot. Got that double tap. Picking up seashells. Let's see what's in D5 here. 20 bucks. Rough. No nightmare key. It is illegal to go over the wall. Dude. There's that feather pickup, as well as that level 2 bracelet. So Warlink once again taking a big item lead on everybody. Just in terms of having everything. Gonna say, Darkness Link going for not the quick kill, but quick enough kill. Gonna say, not getting the extra key, that's perfectly fine. It's not necessary, or it's not required. 100 extra bucks, that is enough for your feather. Gonna say, we got Warlink picking up that shield. And the rod, which was already picked up. Gonna say, hovering over that slime key, eager to pick it up too. What do we have here? This is the double nightmare key one, if I recall correctly, so picking those up. So it looks like it was D5 and D6. So that is pretty spicy. We got Tomba taking the tail key as choice. It's like, which key would you prefer? All 5 are in shops. They're feathered that D-Link and Magi still missing? It's in the, where's it called? It's the Bay shop has feather for 100. And just, they haven't gone that way. Because Warlink was the first one to pick it up, and then Tomba did very recently as well. It looks like Magi did pick it up as well. I, at some point, missed that. They're the only one without an active tracker, so... It's just this whole collection of stuff there on Warlink's side. I love looking at 200 rupees in the shop pit and being like, yep, I'm a bomb trigger that. Tompa's got such fast movement. I love to see it. Warlink taking Raft Game, not bad. Pick up some rupees on here, as well as get the checks. There is where Frog Song was. And an acorn. Dude. gonna say we got Darkness Link finally getting that color dungeon money. And oop, getting the hearts and a seashell. All right, so it looks like Raft Game's not great. Tappa tappa. Now that said, I think Tomba will make the second runner so far to go up mountain without Bird Key. As we've got Warlink looking to head south to... Trying to go for the upper path? Why? I have never stopped to consider this. Just wanted the money? There's... I don't feel like the 10 rupees was worth it. Tomba's seeing a key there. That might be the D5 key that Darkness Thing looked up. As we got Manji also taking advantage of the rupee room in Color Dungeon. Just everyone enjoying it. We've gotta get the free welfare money. Dude. Key for catfish. Yep, there it is. Alright, we have Angler Kia on Warling side. Looks like they're gonna do the legendary From the River Butt unlock. My favorite. Wait for that money to tick up. Get that Color Dungeon cash. And we got our first runner dipping into D4. Now, has basically everything except for the Nightmare Key, so can full clear this dungeon. I was gonna say, Warlink, you just did that kill. Maybe use the door. just a light hint, you know. Nice. That is a compass, and what else do we have here in D4? We've got a beak. We don't care about either of those. There is Mambo's there for Darkness Link. There's those two Nightmare Keys. Tomba, yeah, learning that you don't get to see what they're for. But you have D7 Nightmare Keys, so... So that is a 10th shell there on Warlink's side. So that's 2 checks that can be done in there. And just popping our way through. Grabbing a map. Wow, D4 not delivering. Key cavern key from the lake. You'll love to see it. Doot. And just yet more money. All of the money in the world, which you do need. Except for maybe Warlink. He has raided the Color Dungeon room a few times. Now, granted, still at least 300, 600 rupees on table that need spending. And, yeah, he does not have that. At least that much. You see Seashell as Tomba raids the castle. I'm still curious where Tomba found this second sword. Alright, we're gonna get our next D4 check. It's another key for D2. Bottled Grotto key. Those are hard to come by. And pretty mandatory for full clears. There's more seashells all around. We're hitting what I'm going to assume is the halfway point of the run, considering the number of Nightmare Keys achieved and what have you. Ooh, going back for the seashell. Now, Warlink, you didn't pick that up out of the air. You could have had 2 seashells. Darkness Link's D1 key is missing. My bad. And D3 key, it looks like. So, looted that store at some point. So much to pay attention to. I could use more people on help with this in the future. So, as said, if you like this kind of thing and, you know, you'd love to spend an hour with my lovely voice, because it's definitely the loveliest of voices. Join the FFR server. I tend to ask day of for anyone who wants to assist with tracking these kinds of things, so all of the lovely trackers that you see are currently being managed by me. It's not easy. As well as an additional commentary person to just, you know, shoot the time with. Tomba getting everything else. Hearts collected, and Warlink. Trying to remember the pattern, or making notes. Not going to do the cool pea hat skip. $50, we'll take it. We've got Darkness Link entering D1. Does have all 3 of the small keys. Gonna say, Tom picking up a shield. Not picking up the magic rod, though. Interesting. I guess you don't need it if you've got level 2 sword. Realistically, other than for a couple of random checks. And there's a red tunic there for Warlink. $50. Contemplating the bomb trigger, because we did not make that illegal. There's tunic. English isn't your native language. Can't talk in any accepted way. It's okay. I mean, I try to carry things. It's $100 for that ribbon cash in. And yes, that is magnifying lens achieved. Because we got Tomba doing the raft game. Oh, we're seeing. You know what? This boss is not the worst play. Just because you don't have the nightmare key, you're gonna have to come back. It does save you jumping over a pit and doing a bunch of walking. So you know what? I respect it, Warlink, even if I wouldn't do it. Some arrows, quick save and quit. Alright, we have Darkness Link finally going to see it. And get it. Not even not an ounce of hesitation, just immediately feather. And I may not have a human co-host, but I do have Binks, who is lovely. And we will give him tummy rubs. Gonna say, a double check for the number of instruments. I do invite Dade, if you're watching this in the future or now, I do invite you to change the goals on some of these. Because I think it would be funny. But that's just me. Alright. I've got a cat on the desk, so I'm gonna take a moment to hydrate. Oh, I might need a new thing of water before the end of this. That is a secret seashell from the Mad Batter, which we do love. Dude. I'm gonna say we got Manji opening up D4. Likely gonna grab all that same stuff we just saw. As, ooh, Darkness Link makes the play for going to D6. Has everything you need for that, including a Nightmare Key, so I think this is actually a really nice play. We're going to see our first instrument at 50 or so minutes. Tomba getting number 2. What was it? Was it a seashell? Is it? Dude, this does get harder the more you do. Did you not know you could do this, Joe? Just a bunch of pieces of heart. I can't take away from that play. It was gold. I appreciate it. That is scale out of D6. Interesting. Interesting indeed. And a turtle rock key. We have more than enough of those at this point. I say my co-host is purring quite contentedly as Tomba slips on round. Warlink timing this right for BAM! Got him. Yeah, so we're gonna see what's in Armos Maze. We're basically seeing just all of the around D6 area stuff, so the north and south face shrines. That is a key for a dungeon we don't know. Got keys for basically everything. It's powder. Sad face. I also picked up an angler key at some point from Darkness Link. Speaking of, someone had like an angler key. Alright. Just pushing our way through. Haven't seen anything of super import. That said, I do know Warlink's cursor is hovering over the slime key. For no reason. Alright. Armos is vanilla. And Binks is purring. Ooh, Manji getting caught on the edge of the circle. Does he save it with the hookshot? Oh, you're falling! You gotta spam harder! And a face shrine key in Southern Face Shrine. You know what? That feels appropriate. I say Tomba taking advantage of all of those ill-gotten heart pieces to just load up on free money. You know what? I gotta respect the rupee grind. We out here. Just getting keys. See, I'm of the type to trade the hearts for random keys, because that was where I was feeling when I was running things. I was just like, if I gamble for this key, I can finish the race. Alright, gonna see what's down at bracelet check. As Tomba's opening up D1. So I'm trying to think, what does Warlink need for Go mode other than the 2 dungeon keys? Needs a lot of nightmare keys. Like, 4 of them. Well, yeah, 4 of them. Ooh, and we have D3 being visited. Ooh, and apparently it had Marin's Song in it. I missed that because I was so busy looking at D6 and trying to think about wins. Darkness Link taking a slightly backdoor route of getting D3 done early. Not a terrible decision. There's a lot of checks in there with Key Sanity on. Now, granted, he's going to have to revisit. As a level 2 sword making quick work of Cue Ball here in D1. Does Warlink not know the quick kill for that room? Interesting. As all 4 of our runners in different dungeons, I'd like to point out. It's a lovely moment. There's where that lens was. As it looks like Pineapple was also picked up at some point. More seashells. Doot. Oh, a vanilla small key for D1. Could explain some routing choices. Doot. Extra heart piece. Got Warlink skipping the river, as you do. Peak routing, like I said, the feather is cheating, and cheating is win. Key Cavern's Nightmare Key is here in D6. Oh, that's going to be a very big routing thing in terms of Warlink and Darkness Link going head-to-head on this one. The fact that that Nightmare Key is here means that when eventually Warlink gets around to going to D3, he's just going to be able to do it all in one trip. No need to fight bosses or anything like that to get back down there. As they rodden up these Poles voices. Because we notably have no runners within Ocarina. I think this might be our first bit of seeing this check, because I don't think Manji grabbed it. Just a map. That's fine. Warlink, getting the horse heads on, like, the first try. I'm gonna need to borrow some of that luck, Warlink. Meet me after class. Alright, we got Manji doing the pattern to be able to get the Nightmare Key check. And we're seeing some of the outer rims. I've got a moment to just enjoy what's in D3 here, which it looks like. Just a seashell. Yep. So taking advantage of those resets just to, well, do what you can. Check as much of D3 or any dungeon that you're going to be in as you can. Check what's important, and then get it. But if we don't need it, we're not staying. Let's see. Tomba headed this way. We're gonna grab... What was the other item in here? I believe it was... a key or shield? Yeah, it was face key. There's Tomba getting face key. See if it goes that route. I'm wondering if Warlink maybe forgot where the D1 and 3 keys are. Now, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he didn't. Oh yeah, bosses are randomized. Manji getting at least one hit on Facade, as our good old Warlink is fighting D3. We might have two people getting their first instrument at basically the same time. Where was the Nightmare Key for D4? How did I miss that? Well, I'm watching like 5 people, that's how I missed that. But... Alright, and that is a seashell obtained, and a D6 instrument, our first instrument at 56 minutes for Warlink. And our second instrument, notably a different instrument, for Manji, also at 56 minutes. Oh. So as our runners enjoy some cutscenes and buy some shenanigans, I again invite everyone to remember, have yourself a hydration as we're watching long things like this. You gotta take care of yourself, it's important. As I get that song too. Grabbing Rod for Tomba. Just everyone out here collecting stuff. And me, you know, missing marking stuff. Because there's just so much to keep track of. And this is not the most contrasting tracker for keeping track of things. Alright. Okay, so we got Tomba heading up. I'm gonna guess a Ruby Grind going this way? No, probably straight to D2, maybe? There's a heart container get for Warlink here. And there is a slime key get for Tomba as well. Our runners notably also having like all different keys. I like this setting in terms of the route diversions where everyone just kind of went everyone. It was just like, scatter, go! Because a Tomba, considering the D2, only seems to have one key, so putting it down for now. And Warlink taking on a very late King Moblin hideout. Doot. Ooh. Big yawn on my part. My apologies, chat. Ooh, Tomba! Riding the line, trading even more hearts! Oh, the man wants it! Perpetual heart beeps. Everyone's favorite. Oh, and I've got Tomba on sound! And Tomba doing more game. Interesting. I mean, he's got to pick up Angler and Bird keys, so... But he's got money for that. He also needs a level 2 bracelet. Let's try to think about this play a little bit. Ooh, Bow Wow! That's an excellent trade for catfishing a man. I mean, look at him. He's a good boy. Yeah, so meanwhile, Manji taking on the Armos maze. Doot. Manji. Doot. Gonna say, so it looks like Warlink has just enough keys to get to the boss here. An interesting decision. I would probably save Scum and check the 3 different external locks here before committing to the boss, just in case there's like another nightmare key you need to consider. Because at least knowing what you've got to come back for is a very valuable thing. Dude. Alright. Getting the face shrine key here, grabbing that 2nd level of bracelet, which apparently I never marked because it's very dark. That's on me. Is it? All of our runners showing just the deftest of movement. Tomba opening the dungeon on the wrong side. Tut tut tut. Once again, we're gonna have to talk after class. And Manjiku, walking out of Armos Maze. Interesting. What's the route here? Is it going to D6? No, it's just walking out. Alright, I respect it. Do you, King? And there's the Master Stalfos chest. Everyone's favorite run is officially valid. Alright, as Tomba does D3, we're going to see some deep D2 here, which we have not seen from any runner yet. Ooh, that is D4's Nightmare Key. That is where Manji picked it up, which means we have Warlink 2 items from Go Mode, assuming he knows where those keys were. And that is just a D8 and a D1 Nightmare Key. He has everything else he needs, and a Catfish Moth Key, but we already know that there's one of those in rotation as he goes, so... We'll see, we'll see. I think Warlink might have it, just based on the early rupee grind. That said, the fact that Manji picked up a very early instrument is still super respectable. They say those keys getting achieved by Manje, picking them up. And that is the D5 and 6 keys, or Nightmare keys. Is a Warlink getting everything necessary to fulfill this room the developer intended way. Now, I don't think there's a random boss he can't fight. Ooh, it's Eagle! Real fake floors? Come on, real fake floors. Alright. You know what I should probably do? I should probably do this and prep for when they inevitably finish the race. As it's a key for Key Cavern from our good friend the Eagle. And that is the next instrument picked up for Warlink. Taking a very respectable 2-instrument lead. I gotta remind me next time, I'm gonna have to call it a very respectable 1-instrument lead. I have not had the opportunity to narrate and commentate an LADX race in a long time. This has actually been quite enjoyable for me so far. And that is a blue tunic pickup as well. Speaking of tunics. There we are. More Turtle Rock keys. Everyone got dressed while I wasn't looking. And there's no phone booths in this, so whatever tunic you pick up last is the one that you're stuck with. There's a Warlink double-checking the instrument requirement, because obviously some things have changed. And headed up to D7. Alright, Snowbeak for Tail Cave. Pick that up. Now, we've seen the mountain path before. We actually have Darkness Link also going this mountain path same time. I'm gonna say, there is Warlink being like, yeah, no, I still need that money. Yep, 200 bucks in the pocket. I say, Warlink just routes like I do, where it's just like, yeah, don't do mount until you absolutely have to. Ooh, spiders! Goma, the worst boss when you don't have an ocarina. Oh, that's rough. I would not stay in this room. Actually, I'd consider... I think you can sword bounce off of Goma. You might be able to skip the key in here with that Goma alive. That's a thing to consider. Yeeting a pineapple to Papal, the ideal method for pineapple delivery. To get some medicine. Ah. So while that's going on, let's do that. So that's ready to go. Alright. And here is... There's that bird key pickup. We take it. And that is big. That means that our next trip to Mountain from Darkness Link is probably going to see things. Ooh, killing one Goma and then just resetting the room. Interesting, Tamba. I didn't know you could do that. Now that I know, I will be taking advantage of that in the future, if it's a room I can do that in. Dark Link just spamming it. I tend to pause buffer that just to save the bombs, but that's just me. Another medicine pickup, though. Nothing major here on Mountain. We're basically just looking for keys. As a Warlink taking the 5 rupees room, you never know at this point. He should have enough for getting Mamu and... what's the other one if you required? The other shop up here. I think at this point it's very likely that both Nightmare Keys are in this final shop. If not, it's something like Boomerang Ocarina. Or like Shovel Ocarina, maybe Shovel Bow. Notably, I only just realized this, I've been saying that they're in Go mode based on keys, they do still need a way to kill Deathel. As Tomba gets a reset going. Warlink heading on up mountain. Oh, take a moment, crack your knuckles, stretch your arms, stretch your legs. They're very important. You don't want to lose those. And hydrate, people. Because we are at an hour 10 for this race, so my estimate of an hour 15, apparently very off. Probably because of the inability to rupee dupe. Our runners have spent a not insignificant amount of time doing that. That's a Tomba doing an early Villa skip. Does not have Shovel, but can get this check here. Will this pay off? Not really, unfortunately. As we have Warlink entering D7. Our first runner to enter D7. At this point, again, a 2-instrument lead. D7 is a pretty easy full clear. Just trying to find those potential 2 other Nightmare Keys. And obviously a weapon to kill Deathel. Or you know, a weapon greater than Metal Gear. Both are acceptable. Grabbing this first check. Catfish Maw Key. That is semi-important. And not doing the cheaty method. Did you... Oh. Alright. Well, I'm gonna be sad at the lack of method. Master Stalfos message. We've got Darkness Link headed up here. Probably gonna pick up those rupees as well. Hitting the switch and going back. Okay. Warlink, we gotta talk about your D7 routing. I must teach you, young Padawan. As Manji enters D3 to get all of these lovely D3 checks. I must teach everyone to cheat. Tomba entering D6 did not pick up that Nightmare Key from shop yet, so will not be able to complete this the way that Warlink did. As Warlink struggles with horse heads, everyone's weakness. The horse heads knew that I was gonna meet him after class, and they're like, "Oh God, no! We gotta throw." Rowdy, getting those bombs out for the appropriate way to do D7. Demolitions. That's 2 pillars down, and yep, going for this first. I don't hate it. Or just going from the top. D7 routing. You've still got to kill them. I gotta teach Warlink a lot about routing D7, as we have Darkness Link entering D7. Will Darkness Link do the peak D7 routing? Not a lot of bombs, but more than enough. Cute. Oh, get to relax a bit. There's not much on the tracker I need to worry about. So all 4 pillars down, and there we go. Look at that. Look at that beautiful cheating from Darkness Link. If I had the setup for it, I'd get an instant replay. Ooh, there's the hook. We don't want to see that. That is a trade item none of us care about. And there's the key for Eagles. Which is, Well, Warlink knows this at least, though did not do the route to just do it all in one from the top. That's fine. Grab that. Gonna say some of my old D7 routing. And there's a blue tunic for Manje. A beautiful golden leaf. Most useless thing we've ever seen. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna mark some of these golden leaves that we've picked up, because at least 3 of our runners have them. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna guess Manji probably has one as well, but we don't care. We don't care that much. Alright. Doing the repeat route here. As Darkness Think gets that hook. There is the Bottle Grotto Nightmare Key there in D6. D6 was really just loaded for those extra Nightmare Keys. Which means Tomba's got a pretty good advantage having those already. Oop. Come on, Warlink, you can figure it out. There you go. Excellent save and quits tech skips as well. I gotta respect him. Because a rod was achieved at some point from Magic. So let's just mark that off. Oh, yay, the best boss. Anyway. I was gonna say, considering their selection of toys, it's interesting to see going for the spin attacks off of the sword, especially because the spin attack sword does not do extra damage when you've got Red Tunic. Tomba taking on the boss for having to come back later. Not a terrible play. Then we have Darkness Link doing what I like for routing, which is gab this first and then just jump on for the second one. And that is a Hibiscus interdasting, something that I'm imagining that Warlink has already picked up. Yep, it's there on the tracker. Tomba getting the quick kill in the Wizrat room. Love to see it. The advantage of the blue tunic there. The only advantage of the blue tunic, by the way. Team Red. Forever. So there's another seashell. It's up to about 14, 15 per runner. And we've got Warlink taking on the boss here. It's another one that can't be seen. Oop, it's my favorite! And by that, I mean I lied. Dade, do not give me another seed with all of them. I will have to have some words with you. Tomba getting that D2 Nightmare Key. I was gonna say, the Red Tunic causing a little bit of trouble with the quick kill here, but should still be fairly fine. I believe I saw about 4 hits. I can't hear them because I've got to measure where I'm putting my audio. As I imagine not knowing about the secret trick of just kill one of them. Ooh. Tomba, I respect the Moxie. I like it a lot. I love seeing, like, other runners' ways of doing things. The triple pickup for those Pulse Voices was just lovely. I loved it. That said, Warlink, we apparently need to teach you where to stand for Slimiel. And to be a little more adventurous. There we go. That is that down, and that's going to be the next instrument. Getting the Color Dungeon key. And instrument number 3 for Warlink. And we have Darkness Link right on that tail, about to pick up their first instrument, but the same one, which is not bad. We respect it. All runners are respected in this house, unless you make a terrible mistake that I need to teach you on. Then you're respected, but do need to learn. Doot. Alright, Tomba ditching D6 and headed out into the real world, so I get to listen to some other music for a while, as do you all. And good old Boots. The lovely D7 to D8 route. It's just so nice, so convenient. So this might be the first dungeon we see Warlink go into that he can't full clear, but it's also a one that has access to a portal directly in it. So it's not the worst thing in the world. We're also going to see what's in this final spot. Or... Not having a little bit of controller issue for a second there. Oop, still more controller issue. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Oop. As a Darkness Link, we apparently also need to teach the route for killing Slime quickly. It's alright, we'll get there. Catfish Maki, so that means that he already had one, but that guarantees being able to do that for Warlink. Interdasting. And that is the D7 instrument for Darkness Link. Just our two links going at it, head to head. And there's our lovely girl, Marin. We're gonna save her, for sure. Chat, we're not gonna save her. Not that I don't like her, she's still great, but she's kinda slow. That said, she can walk on water. Like, I do have to respect her skills. As Tomba goes for another reset. Got Manji clearing up some of the stuff that he forgot in D1. All of our runners just all over the place. Our routing is everywhere. Some of them have completed some things, some of them have completed other things. They're just going at it. That said, maybe he hasn't had reason to go back to it. I'm trying to remember where Tailkey was. It was the swamp one. So he's gonna be right next to it after he finishes D8. Maybe this was just, like, Giga Brain routing from on Warlink's side, and I'm the stupid one. Which is very possible. Dude. Tomba getting the very quick D2 2D section. Whoop! Slightly missing. Getting a little poked on the toes. And third Mad Batter has a golden leaf. We care oh so much. As Darkness Link opted to go Raft Game instead. I'm just realizing this aspect of routing, choosing to jump down. I wonder if they didn't know about the using the save and quit to veer that path a bit. Could be interesting. That said, any of you watching the review, you've all been doing wonderfully. I love all of your different ways of doing things. If you want advice, obviously, I am going to try to give it as we go. But you can also ask me or any of the other members of the community personally, and I'm sure they would love to give you some advice on things like that. Dude. Here's a Warlink popping in. Ooh, there is Ocarina. We grab that, because why not? And that is D1's Nightmare Key. So everything but D8's Nightmare Key has been achieved. And a method for killing Deathel. A weapon which can surpass Deathel. As a pop by D8, and let's see what's in there. As, we see another route divergence in terms of a dungeon that's going to be completed. We see Darkness Link going for D5. I can't remember how much he did in here yet. I think he had the key before everyone else, so might just be going straight for the boss in this case. Ooh, no, going the long way. Interesting. As Warlink shows off, getting to here without getting that chest yet. Picks up a key that's meh. Ooh, there's Shovel. That is 5 hole checks. I really hope that doesn't lead to Nightmare Key, but also it would be very funny if it did. gonna say, and we've got Magiku, I'm guessing, going to head up this way? Or head up to D7? I'm guessing probably has D7 key. I'm gonna have to wait until he pauses to get a look at his inventory. Todoroki does not know to yeet the pineapple. Does not know to eat the pineapple. It's fine. We're all at different skill levels here. Alright, Tomba getting all the money necessary. Returning home. Doesn't have bird key yet, so I guess that makes sense. Learning the power of note-taking, kids. We adjust seashells. And keep looking at... See, I need to verify Manji's inventory. But there's just so much happening. Alright, 3 of the keys. Does have the slime key as well. So it does not have bird key yet. Tom getting these nanners. As we see Darkness Link just finishing up this extra D5 stuff. Oh yeah, didn't have Feather last time he was in here. I say still no sign of those missing keys. You know, the worst part is there are 2 Nightmare keys left in rotation because there is still that other Nightmare key. Gonna say Tomba are first to have all 5 keys, so can access every dungeon. Roll for dodge, and oh, that's Boomerang! Well, there is our really good... Oh, that is a... How long until... Ooh, hold on. Oh, we're using the shortcut, okay. I was about to question Warlink very greatly. And then I was fine. Yeah, that Boomerang from Tomba is a huge pickup. We're gonna see how long it takes our other runners to potentially find that. Swim, swim. Alright, checking more of the D8. Fire being fixed. Oh, it's a blessing. Ooh, directly into the drink. That's not fun. As Tomba heads into D4, might see our first instrument pickup for Tomba here. Joined the instrument club. As Darkness Link takes on the cue ball, guarding this check. Oh. So much to do, so much to see. Yes, I missed the point where all of these were achieved for our good friend, Darkness Link. Just at some point did stick, without me noticing. We're doing the best we can. Oop, and boss of D5 is... Oh, no corners! Sword on A! Oh. As Magi picks up these 200 rupees that were bomb triggered. Never hurts. Because I did miss the item up there. I think it was just a seashell. Grabbing the portal, because gonna need to come back. And grabbing... Oh, not going back that way? No, just leaving without the key. Interesting. Because those other checks were doable. Because the other part that I'm like... I guess you do have Ocarina. You can do the Ocarina checks. I don't know, I would have finished those last two D8 checks before considering out, and then I would have stopped at the phone booth down there at Swamp, because you haven't picked up those items yet, Warlink. I wonder if forgetting that might cost him the race. It'll be interesting to see. It's still anyone's game, technically. 3 instruments is a lot, but it's nothing defining. Color Dungeon's Nightmare Key from Mambo. As Darkness Link picks up their first instrument, leaving Tomba as our only musicless friend. Gonna say, Warlink taking advantage of that D4 portal he picked up earlier. Just gonna go fight the boss. Get a 4th instrument. Race is close. Alright, checking. And yep, it's Facade, which we knew. Tomba also going to fight Facade at the same time, so you have 2 racers once again in the same dungeon, doing the same thing, and once again, it's 2 different racers entirely. Ocarina achieved on Manji's end, and going to actually fight the boss. Ooh, I respect it. That is pickups for instrument achieved there. Oh, I've just got everything happening all over the place. There he goes, talking too much. But we see Darkness Brew perform Le Bonk. No, no Le Bonk. Is a Tomba with beautiful diagonal jumps. You just gotta love the stunting. And that is taking out the D5 boss. As Warlink is just in a frantic search for that key. I also got Broom at some point. Another Seashell, and that is a first instrument for Tomba, meaning all of our runners now have at least 1 instrument. Some of us more than others. There's a free heart container. Guess it looks like we might be a 2-hour race. But hey, that's what happens when you take away the cheating. I say, Warlink just doing all of our different Ocarina checks here. Got Darkness Link taking on D2. Beyond. And we've got, obviously, Magic in D8. And another half hour in. Remember to hydrate, folks. I'm going to take my moment, too. As our runners continue their lovely race. That said, if you're interested in the Link's Awakening DX Randomizer, feel free to head up our server, link about to go live in the chat. We do a monthly race again, hosted by Dade, who is our main developer, and does so many amazing, wonderful things that I cannot list them all while we're here. And he is to thank for getting us a 2nd seed to race, and that is going to start becoming a monthly fixture. So if you're interested in taking part in these races as well, you can also join the FFR server. Again, links in the chat, and available with the FFR command. And yeah, feel free to join us. I would love to have you. I love teaching new people. It's one of the greatest joys I experience in life. And I look forward to it. Tomba taking on D2, not doing the developer intended way for the room. Shake my head. It's gonna say shovel check's getting done, and that boomerang pickup, which means once again we are one item away from Whirling's potential go mode, assuming that he remembers where those keys were. Say still no sign of this D8 nightmare key either. Is a Tomba with real. Oh no, the floor is real. He's doomed, chat. He's doomed. There we go. He's fine. Key for Key Cavern. Now, here's an interesting thing. He's got 19 shells. Also, Tomba picking up the conch horn. That is a second instrument for Tomba, just bulleting them off now that he's got everything he pretty much needs. Just still needs those keys. No one's found that D8 nightmare key. And at this point, trying to think of what places are left for it to be. It could be behind one of the bosses that we haven't seen beaten yet, so D1 or D3. Could be at 20 seashells would be really funny. And our runners do have the ability to trade their hearts for seashells if that happens to be the case. So they could technically check at any time. Except for Tomba. Tomba went hard on selling his soul for money. Alright. Start to think doing the corner jumps. Again, I believe has been to this dungeon already, so just checking for things. Also, picked up the level 2 shield at some point. I missed when that happened. Manji just doing the small little corner kill. Oop. Retake it. I say lots of skips, lots of dodge. Ooh, missing that third hit, or that extra hit. Ooh, Warlink missing the quick kill. Not the worst thing in the world, but something he's gonna feel when our lovely friend Master Stalfos decides he's gonna be dodgy. He's spec'd into dexterity just for the dodge. The Zol attack, gotta love it, and that is picking up the third instrument for Darkness Link, putting him in essentially a hair's breadth from Warlink's, like, just rampage of things. Now, granted, Warlink is still very ahead on keys. Ah, everyone, the monotone of opening D7. There's a very similar dungeons done by all of our runners right now, which is nice to see. It means that they all are on, you know, the same seed. Oh. Alright. We need to teach magic to jump. Teach a man to cheat, he'll cheat for a day. Say there's that heart container. Tomba doing my lovely D7 routing. Oh, wait, no, yeah, no, yes, yes, yes. As we have Warlink picking things up. As a not having the beak here for D7, unfortunately, no hints for you. Alright, now we'll see here. Just bombs. Alright, so nothing super relevant here on the right side. Arrow upgrade, always lovely. Alright, so our last right side check. You have shovel. I wish I could afford to, like, pause something. Unfortunately, that would desync the entire stream. Got Darkness Link in Southern Face Shrine as Tomba starts trying to take on the difficulty of a bomb trigger. I say, so big thing is gonna be, does Warlink remember where those keys were? Like that's the big like tension point right now is, does he remember those keys? Ooh. That's a beautiful mash from Tomba. As Warlink phases through a wall. Walls are a suggestion. Getting that hook finally. It was very important. Dude. And Boss Moblin. Oh, he's no fun. At least you don't have to come back to this room a lot. Or ever. Gonna say, I gotta teach Tomba the fast fall. Oh? Or he's not even going for it. Interesting. Has decided he has everything he needs. Is fighting the mini-boss? I didn't even realize he didn't get the towers. Uh-oh. What's happened here? I take back what I said about the good routing. This is what happens. I got a case of fast brain. As we see Warlink taking on No Corners, the toughest boss in the game. Oh. Oh no. Manji, you're learning about the in-depth study of Boss Moblin. One of the, like, first random clips I did. Learning about his interaction with the edges of the stage. As we've got another instrument pickup. That makes 5 instruments, which is a pretty definitive lead at the moment for Warlink. But we can see he's still missing 2 keys that are in the shop. Going back in to finish off D5. Makes sense. Does not know where that D5 or D8 Nightmare key is. Darkness Link performing a trick I didn't know about, and it was awesome. I've gotta learn that one. That one was just swell. Being mid's boots and then pulling out the rooster during her talking. I didn't even know you could do that. We got Magic picking up the various Ocarina checks as Darkness Link makes their way over there. It could be Color Dungeon that has that D8 Nightmare key. That said, as we get close to the second hour with an hour 45, again, do remember to take care of yourself better than I do. I'm gonna have some pierogies after this, I'm thinking. Or I could make a pot of mac. You know what? I gotta do the dishes anyway. We'll make a pot of mac. Give Bink some cheese. And he has been very good during this stream. So 3 hits there for Tomba. And that'll be that. Put a 3rd instrument in Tomba's pocket. As Warlink's entering 100% mode, just looking for anything. Yes. Alright, so, I have the lovely hindsight of knowing where everything is. So, we've obviously seen our runners doing stuff, and we see Darkness Link just not even buying the Ocarina. Not worth it. But, oh, doesn't even have the money for Ocarina. Oh, I didn't even notice that. There's so many small details that I gotta focus in on. Dude. And that is the 20th seashell for Warlink. Gonna say, starting to do yet more digging checks. We don't care about seashells past 20. Tomba getting that hibiscus for the trade, which I don't think was anything good. Has the pineapple. I should highlight that. Key for color. Reviving the rooster. That's a check you don't see much. Tomba hopping down. I must teach these children more tricks. Rooster has powder. I mean, it did say it was in Mabe. I say more travel checks. Got Warlink. Uh-oh. Is this the I've forgotten something shuffle? I think it's the I've forgotten something shuffle, chat. As Tomba's headed to Papal. No bomb triggering. Returning to D8. Back up my... Ooh, that's a clever teleport. I was gonna say, is this where he... Yep, I think he realized he forgot it. Yep, here it is. Those two keys that have eluded him for so long. There's the tail key. And the slime key. That is... just looking for D8 Nightmare Key. So where could it be? Do. Alright, we got Warlink and D1. So I think at this point, unless it's a boss, it's gotta be behind Color Dungeon. Because no other runner has it. Ooh. I say, we're seeing an interesting German stretch from Darkness Link. Gotta love him. So just take a moment. There we are. Just grab a screenshot. Because I love him. Yeah, see, just all of our runners picking up some small checks as they go. Manji does not have that key and turned off nag messages, so that's a rough one. Has to consider a different way or trying to quick kill a Master Stalfos. Tappa tappa. Tomba headed to D8. As we see the boss of... Alright, Warlink, we gotta teach you to put a bomb in the middle of the room and run at the bottom wall. It will be one of the 3 or 4 invisible bosses every time. Because then your other ones are Hothead or Slime Eye, which will just happen in that meantime. Tomba getting the Ocarina. and grabbing that Nightmare Key for, if I recall, it was D1. So Tompa's got all access to all those dungeons, just needs that D8 Nightmare Key as well. Both of them in just one item from Go Mode. We're gonna see our first pickup of a violin. And that is a 6th instrument. As Darkest Think grabs the teleporter and runs the way around. So it is a race for this D8 Nightmare Key. At this point, I'm thinking Color Dungeon. We do have the other D1 checks to do, though. So we're going to see Warlink go through all of that. That is Shovel for Tomba. That is going to be the dig spots to check. As half of this tracker is not lit up, and it's entirely my fault. I have no one to blame but myself and a lack of crew. There's a Tomba with a beautiful snipe of that Vire. Pick up the medicine, just makes you feel better. Spoonful of sugar helps the medicine and all that. Piece of power pickup. Heart container for Tomba that he can sell his soul for. Alright. I think that is... oh, nope, one more... a couple more D1 checks left. Going around instead of bombing the wall. Ah. Does not know to super... oh no, going this way. Interesting. I don't hate it. At this point, we're just kind of waiting on, or looking for, well, the 8 Nightmare Key. Key for anglers. Beach bucks. Key for bottle. Cashing in that ribbon. Yep, just doing every check you can, looking for that last one. It do be how it be. Well, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's, at this point, considering what we've seen from every other runner, it's either in Color Dungeon, or it's the end of the seashells. Which I think we're gonna see the seashell check here. Could also be Richard's Villa, actually, I realize. And we're about to see if it is, because... nope, nope. Warlink deciding that is not what he wants to do today. As Tomba takes on the Dodongos. Ooh, they pile up. The beauty. You love to see it. The easy kill. Alright, 20 seashells, let's see it. Could also be one of those D2 side rooms that I recommended possibly checking. Nope, just money. He doesn't even need it anymore. Leaves it on the floor. It looks like we have Darkness Link going to do the color dungeon check, though. Let's see if it pays off. Oh. Okay. I was very briefly worried. No bow, so can't do this check. Which also could technically be it. More rupees. I say opening D3 the ideal way with your butt. Darkness Link having a lovely time with Smasher, the best boy. Alright. And we do know that that it's not in D3. That said, you have every D3 key. We will see every bit here not being that needed key. I can only imagine Warling's frustration of just, like, one key away, and each second of the timer going by, you don't know if the other racers are at the same point you are is not. It's a very stressful bit, which I have to give the runners for any, like, you know, minor flubs that they happen to make, is that the race setting makes such a big difference in live. Like, you're sitting there with race room open, unsure if the next moment's going to have them coming in and being like, yep, I'm done. So it's a huge amount of pressure, and I do not begrudge the racers if it's affecting their play at all. As Tomba is going towards the mini-boss without just skipping everything. Man, I gotta teach these kids. I must teach these kids. You know how to super jump. I mean, you have the keys, it doesn't hurt. I'm gonna assume Tomba just knew he had the keys and was like, I'll just go this way, it'll be fine. All the jumps. Oof. That's the third color dungeon keys. Come on, that's gotta be like a big red flag for you there, Warlink. Yeah, there you go, super jumping. Oh, piece of power. Very helpful. As Tomba dips out of D8, can't complete it just like everyone else has been there so far. Stone Beak, not necessary. The time it would take to go through the hints would be time spent not just getting the check. Double checking the store just in case. We're hitting that point of like, okay, where's the things? Where are the things? I need the things. Is a Tomba about to do the accessory D2 checks. Or the auxiliary. There's a Darkness Link headed to that. It does look like that Villa did not have the check. Actually having Song 1. It's beautiful. Auxiliary check 1, just a seashell. Say, Tomba, you returned home. Did you already check the first two? Or did you hit the wrong button? Ah! Buying a random key and hoping that it's for... Maybe can get a nightmare key? There's a Manji checking out that 20 seashells. getting paid for the effort. Tomba headed to D1, gonna go finish off that boss, which, if I recall, was another facade. I gotta teach these kids to just throw bombs down. You've got 59 of them, you're gonna be fine. There's a magic headed towards D6. Alright. That is a 4th instrument for Tomba. Is catching up, overtaking Darkness Link a little bit. As our runners just enter the cleanup phases of most of their checks. There's that stick that I missed. And here's a fish. Definitely a boss, didn't get lost. Now the magic rod actually does less damage to the fish, so this is not the best play. I know it feels like it should do more, but it does, like, you know, light on fire and this is underwater. It makes some sense. That is the 7th instrument achieved. For Warlink. One more. That's all that's needed. As Tomba grabs Ocarina check. I'm on the edge of my seat, chat. It's a touching song. It's the leaf. All right. It's gonna say Warlink checking Mamu. Interdasting. And my lovely co-host Binks insisting on some attention. Let's give him some cuddles. Alright. Let's see it. Is it Mamu? We're gonna find out. Yeah, Binks. I love you too. Alright. The best song. Ugh. Alright. Will it be Mamu? Let's see it, chat. Let's see it. As my co-host, engages in purrs. It's the best song ever. Sounds just like his purrs. That's Bo. That is a potential check in D8. Is that we got Tomba also doing Mamu, and this time we get to hear it. Oh, it's so beautiful. Yeah, alright. Oh, it's so beautiful. Is that Warlink taking them on? There's that bow, which I need to mark. I can't be in other screens. I'm everywhere. Dude. There it is. There's that Nightmare Key pickup. As you can see those lovely bombs. Oop. Whoa. Alright. So we already know this is all junk. Get that hook shot. Magic powder upgrade. Lovely. Exactly what we needed. As Binks enjoy his chin scritches. As we got Tomba queuing up for another boss. As let's see it. Bow, the only bow check in the game. Oh, it's the Nightmare Key! That is Go mode, behind the bow, behind Mamu, which means Tomba's the only one right now with a chance to catch up to that. Oh! Oh no, and Darkness Link's skipping the Ocarina. Oh, he went back for it. Okay, we're fine, we're less, it's not as bad as we thought. It's fine. Tomba, the only one with the level 2 sword, gonna take down that. Looks like it's good old Slime Eye. Tomba getting the D3 instrument. No. What dungeon is this? No, it is D3. I was right. Why did it look like D8? Yeah, well. That is another instrument in pocket. I missed D1 getting beat. That is the drum in hand. That is all instruments arrived for Warlink. And a lovely cat in my lap. The egg awaits. And it's in within walking distance. Tomba headed up. Going to... I'm gonna guess... I don't know where Tomba's going. Still doing digging checks. Looking for that key. That key that we now know is in D8. It's a rough time. Alright, opening the egg the best way. That is, playing the best instrument, the bomb. I'm gonna say, if Warlink was our sound, I'd say All Rise for the national anthem, but we don't get that luxury. Still, All Rise. Oh, that is my chin, Binks. Do you want to scratch my chin the way I scratch yours? And there is the egg open, first egg open, 218. Will he carry it through? Or sorry, I can't see timers. 208, there it is. Alright, everyone say it with me, chat. Left. Left. Up. Right. Right. Up. Then left. Up. Had to briefly type something in. Sometimes you get distracted. Ooh. Not even trying for the bomb trigger skip on it, just taking it raw. As Tomba grabs the 20 seashell check. And that is first powder hit. Nope. Deathel being Deathel. Second powder hit. 3. Alright, that's good. Will we see blue balls? That should be our one freebie. Second freebie. There we go. Alright. Now we learn. Oop. That's 3 free. Will it be a perfect Aga RNG? It is! Ooh. This is spicy. Yes, it looks like we're going to stunlock Moldorm. We're going to try to. Yep, gets it. Oop. Thinks we don't want you on the keyboard, so down you go. Alright, we're going to do the ramming kill here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Got him. And... Ooh. I guess I never considered you could try to kill him with Boomerang. I tend to just kill him with the sword spin, but... Putting Deathel in the corner where he belongs. And that is the hit. We just gotta enter the stairs. And we're good. And that is a GG. At 2:11:04. GG race time. Let's see if we can get Warlink in for an interview. Dude. Warlink, I'm gonna need you to go into... head into the waiting room on FFR. There you are. Let me grab you down here. There we are. Let me just hot mic you. There you go. GG's Warlink.
Thank you very much. To quote a friend, there's nothing at Mamu. There's nothing important at Mamu until there is.
Yeah, there's nothing at Mamu until there is. That said, you can enjoy watching the others here in the booth with me if you want. You are massively ahead on instruments for a good portion of that run, just based on choosing to take the grind early and getting the feather before anybody else did. Which is how feather goes in these seeds.
Yeah, I panicked at the beginning and took the rooster as my first purchase, and I saw the price in the other shop is like crap, and then I had to take the...
Yeah.
Go to this, I dubbed that place that's too spoopy for me, room to get rupees, which it rolled high enough to grab the bracelet, so...
Yep. No, it was like great to watch. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time, as I think the only person in like a reasonable go mode right now is Tomba, who does have the bow, did get that check, but just that D8 Nightmare Key. I'm just watching like there was a good portion of your run where I'm just sitting there. You hadn't picked up Tail or Slime Key yet, and I'm like, did he forget where they were?
No, I remember
Yeah.
where it was. And it was like way off the way, but every time I was around there, I don't have the money to buy them.
Yeah.
So if you remember, I was when I went to Telltale. No, I did D2, and then
Yeah.
at that point I was at 300 rupees. That's enough to buy everything in that telephone that's in D8.
Yeah.
If I would have known that the five cats had rupees in there, I would have picked up those keys right there. But
Oh yeah.
it was my plan was to I can focus D7 and go to D8 when I saw the ocarina, and there was what was in the DH telephone? It was ocarina and
It was Ocarina, and I don't remember what. It was something that didn't come up, if I recall correctly.
yeah, it's something that
I want to say it was Shovel, but it wasn't Shovel.
no shovel
Yeah.
was buried in D8.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that the ocarina is like, wow, that's a rude way to just to make sure you pick up the frog song and get in there in logic.
Yeah.
And that was and during that time I don't have mirror shield, don't found the second shield, so
Yep.
I know everything in D8 was out of logic, and that's why I bailed out early because I needed to activate the pearl and I didn't have the nightmare key. And since the teleporter order is now out of whack, I just basically start full clearing stuff, do all the checks around each of the area. So
Yep. You had really good routing. I can't deny it. Like I said, I was like, did he forget? But then I'm just like, oh no, he's gonna do 7 and then 8 and then grab it, and then you did, and I was like, what? Because you reset out of there and returned home, and I was like, what is he doing? And then you just went and did a bunch of other checks, and I'm like, fair. I guess you know the keys are there, but I don't grab them out of D8. But that's me and the craziness that is my routing brain. So
yeah, because I activated the pearl up to D8.
yeah, you can go back
order-
anytime. It wasn't a huge
okay,
issue.
Yeah, and then when I full clear all that stuff and try to clear, hit some areas that I baited for a long time. I was like, okay, is this the nightmare key? Is this the nightmare key? Then I went back to D8, picked up those 2 keys because I know it was there early, and it was like, if that nightmare key is in those 2, I know someone will have it and be within striking distance from me. And when I finished D3, it's like, okay, I need to route in Mamu because what are the chances he has something important, which he has low? It's like, okay, what are the chances that one check that requires bow had something? And it's like, at that point, if there was a landmark, I would say, are you kidding me?
Yeah. I think the only major thing you didn't check after that was Color Dungeon Boss. But that's like, it's one of those, if you don't have to go back, don't. But I think I was sitting there at that point, it's like, it's gotta be Shells or Color Dungeon Boss where it is, and it's just like, you've got all the Color Dungeon keys, at this point it's pushing you in that direction, but then you made the Mamu play, and I'm like, oh, alright then, it was just Mamu.
Yeah, it's one, yeah, I have all the, yeah, that would have been my next play outside of the skip, which I should have done after I do Mumble because I was in the general area, but I got lucky.
Oh, but yes, again, just a GG's on that showing in our first ever Runback race. So you're the winner of our first ever Runback race. You're allowed to hold that over anyone's head you want, including me.
Yeah, I'm the one that I taught you. Oh, you need level. Oh, that slime mini boss. Oh, you just need level 2 sword just to hit it, not keep repeating, adding powder, all that stuff. So
I've seen a lot of really swanky tricks today that I'm just like, oh man, I gotta learn that. And that wasn't even just you, like all 4 of you just like throwing everything to the wind. And I'm like, what? I didn't even consider I could do that.
yeah, it's just basically looking at the current key count, all that stuff. I think of, okay, can I full clear with my current setup? If not, what's the optimal play? Because D2, I left 1, 2. I left 3 checks there because it's small keys, and at the time I only had 2. It's like, you know what? I'm just going to dive and just get the boss. And
Yeah.
if there's something, if I get the keys, I'll go up, swing by and pick it up. So
Yeah. It was one of those things where I was watching it and I'm like, the thing I would have done would be save Scum to check the first 2, and then again at the mid one. Like, after you finish the mini-boss, just save and then check that. Because then it's checked, you don't need to worry about the keys later if it wasn't anything important. And then you just go for the boss after that. It's a little bit of extra time. Obviously, in this race, you benefited from not doing it because they were nothing. But the knowledge of it being nothing is also one of those really big things that can help in the future.
I usually do that for archipelago, or if I do key scanning by my for fun and all that stuff. I also do key scanning, but this is like a race setting. I like I'm gonna make it even like that's the one thing I hold back on, that just 6 gun keys and stuff. It's one of those things that I do. Also do it, but for this where it's like, you know what, I'll make it a little challenge for me.
Oh yeah, never hurts. But yeah, no, I did you have fun? That's the important part.
After bombs dropping, I can do the rupee farming and getting stuff back, and then get the third heart that I lost. That big reason I was like, oh great, I have to listen to that until I get a freaking heart container.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I watched Tomba like sell somewhere upwards of like 5 hearts to get money as his money making strategy. And I'm just like, I gotta respect it. Darkness Link has been to Trendy Game multiple times. It's been a treat just watching all of your guys' different routes on everything.
Yeah, that's why I ask if I can, if part of setting Card Dungeon is about, if it's still allowed for a racing setting, because it's a form of rupee farming, and it's kind of,
Yep.
It's like, once you know the concept of it, it's like,
Yep.
and once you get the pattern down, it's like, oh, you get 140 rupees every cycle, and
Yeah.
basically, and then it's just basically figure out, okay, I think I'm good
Yep.
for now, and just reset out. So.
Oh, how did you feel about the very spontaneous, no, you're allowed to save and quit and try to save rupees?
Save and quit, yeah, the rupee saves coming, or the just jump.
The rupee saves or the rupee attempted saves come from shop, and how that was adjusted.
Yeah. I haven't tried it because I know Dave said that he put something in. I don't know what it was, and I'm just like, I'm not going to attempt what it is.
So Tomba and Darkness Link both did it immediately, and it was really funny.
I'll watch it back because
So
I didn't save scum for rupees for that. I just did that for farming. So because what Dave said, he did something. I don't know if he patched it or he. My hunch is basically you're now turned into thief and get insta-killed there, but I just want...
So my recommendation would be either load the seed up again and just get the beginning, sell your hearts for some money, and then try, or watch the VOD back. Because me, like, cracking up at all of you in the shop at the same time and doing it was very funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the VOD because because there was a 200 in the bushes and to the right at the beginning. Yeah, starting powder. So
yeah,
that's fine. But I kind of want to see the VOD first, just to see your reaction, because
I knew what it was because Dade actually showed me during, because we've been setting this up for a little bit in terms of like me wanting to get a second seed to do stuff with, and him being allowed to do things like fix mistakes that we find as runners. So I knew about it the entire time, and I'm just sitting there like, you can try. I'm not going to say you can't now, because I really want to see one of you try.
Dave said something about it, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to tempt fate on that. So, and plus, I was the one in that spoilers in the thread that Dave said, oh, Jeff, wondering why I forgot about it and saw you doing that. And I do it also because it's basically ingrained in my mind, because I've been doing it since in the vanilla days, because once you heard about it, it's like, oh, you could do that, and basically, oh. It's like, it's something, once you bring it in your head, it's very hard to not do it until you have to basically say, okay, I'm not going to do it because of this and this. It's like in other games. So, like in Link to the Past, when Ice Palace is it's not going to get through there, but once you know how to do Ice Breaker, oh, this is easy.
Yeah. That's the bit for me. What was it? I was taking some time to do all of the different LADX ROM hacks that were out there, just because I was offered, I think it was Xander's first, and then just decided to do all the other ones that I could find that were recommended to me. And one of them was made before a lot of like the different skips and cheats were discovered. So it very much suffers from like early difficulty of LADX. And I am so ingrained that you super jump to get into the D8 cue ball fight. It didn't occur to me that that was cheating. Despite that, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna cheat. Like, I had viewers watching at the time that are like, all right, don't cheat this one. And it didn't even occur to me that it was cheating. Because I just done it so many times.
It's not cheating. It's just exploiting a thing on the game. The developer says, that is fine. It's not like people are going to figure out and explain it years down the road.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh! Is a Tomba getting the Color Dungeon Nightmare Key. Also, we have Manji having picked up the bow as our third bow pickup. We'll see, though. I was gonna say, I see Tomba has marked Go mode despite not having a D8 key. Or Nightmare Key yet. Has he figured it out?
Yeah, it's there, but
Yeah.
we're not going to tell. We're not going to tell you it's there. It's not. The game's not going to tell you it's there, but. And oh, he's going to have a rude awakening when he's realized that.
Yeah.
All you have to do is go to the left side, shoot the arrow.
Yeah, it's fine.
See the key drop down. Curse stayed for rolling this, and then pick it up and do it.
Is a not going... Oh, wait, maybe going that way? Once again, I get confused by the road. I've played with nothing but dragon for so long. It's just like, oh, there is only fast. What is slow? That is a really cool trick with those, though. You don't have the Nightmare Key, Tomba.
Yep, this is me. You're probably wondering how I got in this situation.
Please,
oh,
please tell me he does the bow check. Do the bow check. Come on, you're here. No!
But I love one of those things like, Ryan's like, oh, I'm in go mode, goes up there and it's like, oh, I don't have a Nightmare Cure. Just like in Free Enterprise, like, just to give a short description to your audience, this is people usually on this channel only play like FF1, but for Free Enterprise, it's Final Fantasy 4. To beat the final boss, to defeat the final boss, you need the crystal to transfer Zoroark to its true form to actually deal damage. It's kind of cathartic just to see Umrana go to that fight, go to the inventory and realize, oh wait, I don't have the crystal to throw. I have to reset out.
Yep. I was gonna say, we actually do have a lot of Free Enterprise players. We've worked with them a lot for marathons and stuff. Speaking of, come next week we got a marathon. Warlink, you're one of our runners for that marathon.
Oh, him? I don't know about him.
Oh. Sir? Did I make a mistake?
Yeah, no, it's me making a joke because
Yeah.
I am running.
Yep. But no, we've got that marathon coming up next week. So look forward to that. That's gonna be 4 days this time instead of just 3. I'm restreaming, commentating, and hosting in 3 different sections of the marathon because that was all I could afford to do. I've got a busy week ahead.
Yeah, and you mentioned him started like, hey, anyone to do the Ice Police Marathon because you're busy, and
Yeah.
And then I submitted it, and the notes is like, I'm just only submitting this just in case someone else, in case no one else submitted LDX and Maggie's unavailable, so here it is. And just for last, I put a bunch of incidents in there. It's like, there's no way this gets accepted. Schedule drops, so all that. It's like,
Yep.
fine. I have to figure out how to route this if it hits.
I actually mentioned it to them, but I actually didn't want to submit for this marathon. Not for any other reason than I wanted to have another LADX runner get spotlighted. So I'm glad that it was you, and that
Yeah,
people actually submit.
Yeah, I mentioned there was another runner that I wanted her to submit, but she's trying to get this game into what's the so it's winner so into Frost Patels.
Ah,
So she already submitted she already made the submission, so just basically waiting on the schedule on that. And she really wants to like submit something, so that's why.
I really should join Frost Fatales at some point. I mean, I fit the bill.
Yeah,
Someday.
and yeah, you let's put it this way, you press the first barrier. Me, I just look at the sign of no points allowed sign. It's like, oh, fine, I'll turn around and walk away.
Yeah.
Just yell at them. I hope you guys having a fun time in there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. There's no cooties in here. Let's say we have Tomba taking a moment to consider things. I'm guessing looking at Tracker after finishing Color Dungeon and being like, what did I miss? Where are we going? I'm curious. That's it. Mejiku, having the drum at this point, has finished D8. I believe is up to 5 instruments and doing fairly alright, despite the other two having 7 at this point. Yeah, say checking Bottle Grotto, doing the extra checks on the side.
Probably have enough keys to get that instrument. Most likely, I don't know what his tracker looks like.
Yeah. I mean, again, he was in D8, and I'm just like, you were there. You have Bo. He's looking through Tracker, like trying to remember things. That's that pause of I've done something. Got Darkness Link finishing Color Dungeon as well. Also, is it just me, or has Garfield been the very common ending cat lately?
It feels like for this async, but I'm not sure. I know the one that I ran for Speedrun Ragnarok. Was it last? Yeah, last month. It was. Somehow by pure coincidence, I got Neon showed up. I was like, wow, I got the OG instead of someone else. So.
Tomba, that was D8.
No. Oh.
I don't know where he's going. Apparently to Animal Village. As Magic takes on our only Eagle with real floors, didn't even check. You've got Rod, doesn't matter that much. Just slightly faster.
Yep. Yeah, that's the first thing to check. It's like, do I have fake floors?
Yep.
Did it hit? Okay, good.
Are the floors real? No? Excellent. I'm gonna need to eventually get a real fake floors emote, because I just use it so much. And, like, my chat knows me for it.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, there was multiple times I go into D7 without a shield, it's like, and not the match around on the hookshot, it's like, okay, hookshot, you have one job. Fake floor, hit the boss, and we're out of here.
I say, for the most part, I'm pretty sure you can save and quit in D7 and get fake floors, so it's not that bad.
Okay, something today I learned.
Yeah, because I think it's crossing certain overworld screens before your last save. Like in the speed run, what we'll do is set up the reset off of picking up the bird key, because we pick up the bird key in speed run, make sure we save and quit in that room, and then leave with the intent, because if you fail that check, you just hard reset and do it again, because Rooster Skip is fun, kids.
Yeah, it is. Especially in one scene. Let me see if I remember. Pull up the. It's a really funny point set of chain. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah. Because we're not gonna have the chance to share it, but yes, Rooster Skip, since we have to save there anyway, it does it, and I think people determined it's like the D4 portal is what sets those floors, like the portal out front of D4. So, as long as you haven't been there, you're generally fine to even walk all the way up mountain with no saves and have it. So, if you just find D7, save in D7, it's generally fine. I've very rarely had it not. Oh, I see Tomba firing all those arrows of happiness at finally finding that nightmare key. Why did you save it? Oh wait, right, yeah, no, he doesn't know the he doesn't know the trick.
He doesn't know the fun way to get there.
I'm just like, oh yeah, it'll be fine. He's like right there. Nope.
Yeah. Oh, here's the cruel like chain. It happens that I did Rooster Skip that saved this whole chain set of events of it. So in the cave was the magic rat.
Yeah.
Okay, so the steps was collect 20 seashells. My final 2 was at the magic rat and chest at Tata Mountains on the left.
Mm-hmm.
And it was my logical last check. Outside of that, turn those 20 seashells to get Ocarina. And I found song much earlier. Go back to the mountain, go inside D8. Loot until you find the base key. Return home, go to D6. Loot the left side. And that's where the rooster is.
Oh, that's painful.
Yeah, that was the intended route, and I just did Rooster Skip because I had none.
Rooster Skip is just the logical way to do it. There's no other way.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure out what's the setup for to get it. Pull it off. It's not the frame of saving.
Gonna say
stop reset. Stop reset. It just figured what item goes in what slots.
Gonna say I'm curious on Manji's right here. 'Cause he's the only one who does not have a tracker I can check to see what he's got in terms of keys and everything. So I don't know what his situation is for just like, should he be completely bypassing everything and... Oh, resetting the room. Bypassing everything and just going to the bosses? Or actually trying to get these checks yet? I know I just watched Darkness Link grind for rupees for Raft Game! Oh my, I didn't know he didn't do it yet.
If I remember, there wasn't anything.
Oh yeah, it was garbage.
It was garbage.
Alright, let me, at least, get that ready. And prepare to swap the audio over. I'm thinking... What do you think, Boiling? Should we get, Manji's audio, or should we get Darkness Link's audio? For the fans at home. Who do you think's going to finish last for this one?
It feels like... Ooh. Let's see. I want... My gut... Wow, it's... I try to figure out where was the Nightmare Key in D5. D5 was Catfish Mall, so I want to say Manji will finish last, just because I don't remember where, because that's D5 and
that was the other bet with yours. Was your dungeon routing was impeccably good because of doing D6 first. Because you got the 2 Nightmare Keys for, what was it? It was 3 and...
Oh, also, shoutouts to that 2 Nightmare Keys next to Cullen Castle. I was looking, I was like, what are these 2? Where do these two goes to? I don't. Fine, I'll come back when I get more money.
Ooh, the quick kill on slime. As I shuffle the 100 things I have to do because I'm a solo broadcast today. Which is a thing, Warlink, if you ever don't want to take part in the race but you have time, I wouldn't mind help. Just help with tracking and such, because, oh, it's so much to do for people with one.
Oh, I did that for free enterprise one for their community races back in the day. And,
Yeah.
as long as maps not turn on, it's fine. But once that's turned on, it's like I need help. There's too many checks to keep my eye on too many people.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a question I have for Tomba, because I know that Darkness Link found the sword. And I know that Tomba found the other sword. But I do not know where it was.
well, I have 26 places that I didn't check. So, is it fishing game? Was it fishing?
I don't think it was fishing game. Because otherwise, then Manji would have both.
Fishing game, Bill Skip, or South Race Front.
I don't think it was self-face rate. It was somewhere early, because Tomba picked it up, like, almost immediately. And there is a GG's for Tomba. Set that final time, and bring him on in here. Hey, Tomba!
Sorry, I still can't hear anybody.
It's okay. You've only just gotten in here. That might be you on muted, or your volume is too low. I'm gonna swap the audio over as well while we're waiting for that, so hopefully that sorts itself out. Let's go to this one. Gonna say, am I the one who can't hear anything?
I don't know. I'm still here. I don't know
alright.
about Tomba.
Yeah. Well, while Tomba tries to sort things out, hopefully. Yeah. We've got our last two runners basically on one instrument each. Or very close to that.
Yeah, and Darkness got the bow, so
Yeah.
if he has D8 quick access and gambled and checked there first, it looks like he will be in go.
Yep. And here it is. The bow check. Ah, I was gonna say, after searching for everything, that's just gotta be like that mix of euphoria because you found it, and disappointment because it was last. Because it was right there the whole time.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I have that check as an excluded location for multi-worlds, because, like you said, it's the only place that the bow is
I
required.
I think I can hear everybody.
Yay!
Let's go, GG's.
GG's, Tomba. GG's. So,
What a
that last
seed.
check. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You had
I
a...
was really tripped up in like the very beginning.
Uh-huh.
I was fooled. We could not get away with scamming this time.
Uh-huh. And
I was fooled once, and then I tried to do it again, thinking, "Oh, this is just a fluke. We could just go and do it." But nope, I got fooled twice.
Yep. So Warlink did not see what it was. He was too afraid of Dade's wrath. Do you want to tell him what happened?
Oh, so yeah, I scammed the very first item, the power bracelet. I save and quit, and then when I resave my seed, that guy was just waiting, ready to kill me.
Yep.
So yeah, that
Yep.
happened.
So basically, the thief. You basically if you steal outright. So.
Yeah. It was the kill you as soon as you loaded the save back in. Basically, Dade programmed it that if it detected you save and quit in a store, it would kill you.
Oh, that was fantastic.
It was very beautiful to watch you and Darkless Link basically doing it in tandem, because it's just like, can we do it? You can, I can't. I won't stop you. It won't get you disqualified now.
Uh,
Oh, but yeah, no, it was beautiful to watch the just kind of cascading deaths of like, oh yay. I had a good time.
terrific. Bravo.
Oh, that's at last instrument achieved for Darkless Link. So that is a go mode and headed to the egg as Morlink is doing these last few checks around D7. Now, again.
Wait.
Oh,
wait,
sorry.
Wow,
Matt,
I'm still
Matt,
playing?
I've been staring at 4 screens to the point that my brain has melted. I don't know what Magic has. Give me a second. Yeah, I don't know what Magic has in terms of doing these D7 checks. Because he's got the bow already. He's got the D8 instrument. So I don't know what he's... I know he's got to do the pillars here, but other than, I don't know what the reasoning for... I don't know what the reasoning for doing all these checks is.
Did he get all the nightmare keys? Maybe he's looking for that.
No, he's gotten the D8 missing one, and has all of the instruments except for D5. And the D5 Nightmare Key was on the way to other stuff, so... Again, his is the only inventory that I can't really check easily, because his tracker isn't auto-tracking. It's just an image as far as I know.
Wow.
And even then, he's got it cropped not to show the keys.
Mm.
Which is his prerogative and choice. Said Darkness Link taking on the egg. Everyone's favorite pattern, left, left, up.
Left, up.
Yep. I was gonna say, I keep telling the Final Fantasy players that in Sky 4, you've got to go left and up, because it's the correct pattern, right?
Okay, I did the traditional thing of when doing tracking is pull up his quad and try to go to what his inventory is before entering D7. For D5, he has another key. He only has one small key.
That's all you need.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah.
Does he know? Does he know that's all you need? And plus, he has bomb arrows, so basically, he has everything. For D5.
That said, the key that he's missing that was the easy pickup is the one that's... Oh no, he's been in D5 already. So he's got one key extra. Because he didn't have the key last time. Yeah, so he's got everything he needs. He's just doing every check. Sometimes you gotta 100% it.
Yeah, like what I did. I did everything except for the arrow check in Dungeon 8. I pretty much full cleared the entire sea, leaving 5 checks behind.
It's true.
It happens to the best of us.
Mm-hmm. It do happen to the best of us. Because I'm wondering... I don't think I'm going to have time for it. I actually, in the APC that I've got live, I just got the Go mode for ages, and I'm very excited. Speaking of, if you do enjoy Archipelago games, we I run a monthly one. We're actually halfway through this one, but there will be one for December as well. So if that's your jam, please join the FFR server and participate. We love having more people. We broke our record of 70 now seeds, and I'd love to break it again in a couple of months. I don't imagine December's gonna do it.
Nice, nice.
Yep, 70 whole seeds. It's a massive game.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm kind of scarred by Flexo's beta test that Muffin Jet submitted 10 seeds instead of Flexo saying you only submit 3 because we're testing out the new beta.
Yeah.
And not only we found bugs, but Muffin was holding up a lot of people for the longest time.
Yeah. I was gonna say, we don't have that too much. Like, every now and again, like, someone's, like, gone for a couple of days, so that gets done. But, like, Fizzle does 13 seeds on his own, and we've still been fine. That said, we also all acknowledge that we take the time to do it all.
Yeah, especially keep buy more than make sure you don't buy more than 2 because there are like there are some people that are able to do it, then others that have other commitments outside of
Yeah.
here. So.
Oh, yeah. Like, even me, I think there was one month that I was away. Alright. Yeah, no, there was one month where I was gonna be away for it, so I set it all up for somebody else to, not get the seeds. I did get the seeds and I rolled everything, but I knew I wasn't gonna be in it, so I was like, I'm gonna be gone for a week, everyone else have fun. Yeah, no. RAP stuff is a really good time.
Yeah, it was a crazy seed.
Yeah.
Was wondering if the setting of this is gonna appear in the normal settings that we usually like pull over the seeds and stuff.
Now that's a question
Was
that
that a
only
debate?
Dade could answer, and I don't think he's in chat right now.
I got it.
Is a Darkness Link, a German racer, and not super comfortable with English, so not going to go for an interview, but he does mention here in chat, thanks for the race. Completely forgot what he read yesterday about the T0 rupee room. So, that's one of those slightly unfortunate things, but hey, you learn. That's the whole point of just taking parts in races. You learn as you go, and eventually you hit the point of knowing everything. Like me, I clearly know everything. I don't.
Let me see if let's see. I can pull out my rusty German if Darkness was still in chat. Gut Spieler, Darkness Link.
As I say, my chat keeps trying to teach me German, and I'm slowly getting there. Also, I'm very convinced that instead of Zug, the word for train should be Chuchenwagen.
Yeah, I took 4 years of German in high school, and that hasn't retained for the past 20 odd years. So. Yeah, I can pick up stuff here and there just to like focus. Like, oh, he said that. It's one of those things.
Yeah. I took French because I'm Canadian, and Spanish in high school.
Yeah, my school option was either German or Spanish.
Yeah.
And the only reason I picked German is because at the time, there's a class trip that goes to Germany over spring break, so
Yeah.
I'm taking that.
Yeah. I had French from, like, since I was 5, so there's still enough of the fluency in my brain that I can, like, shift over and, like, carry a little bit, but it's also so dated at this point, because I don't use it regularly, that it's just like, yes, please slow down, I am stupid. I missed half of that. That's it, that is our last instrument for Magical. So let's get it going. One final Death'll fight. And I'm gonna guess that. As if this was also Magicoo's first time using Twitch and some various other stuff, so a big round of applause on that one, because it is daunting to get a lot of this stuff started up, and he did wonderfully with that regardless. That said, I think this is going to be our only Death'll fight we see without Boomerang, though. Oop. And for one last time, all rise for the national anthem.
Alright.
Alright. So I'm kind of interested in how everyone got their rupees. So in my case, I kind of scummed the seashells after I got 10.
It was so beautiful to watch you do that, by the way, to get, what was it, 8 more heart pieces to get the
It was
2
like-
hearts and
it
be
was
like,
like-
give it to me. I need the money.
It was so many. I was like, yes, I can skim all my souls. Just get rupees. Perfection.
Warlink did the color dungeon room, because he got really early bombs. Got the bombs from the beach and just did them really early. And Darkness Link played a lot of Trendy Game.
Oh yeah, so did I.
I don't remember what Manji did. I think
I did, like,
Manji's
every round
route
of it.
worked out with not having to do a lot. I know he went into the color dungeon room at one point.
Oh.
I had to go there twice.
Yes, there was a lot to buy. And death if you tried to scum it.
So can we like go back into the color dungeon to get more rupees? I never really figured that out.
So essentially, that room, its flag is reset on a hard reset of the system.
Really?
Yes. So if you grab all the rupees, save, and then hard reset the system, it will refill the room.
Oh wait, I never do that.
Yep, it's one of the best rupee grinding methods, and I can't even claim to have known that for a good while because even I forgot in the last like major race that it mattered that I did for stream. I think it was for Bingo-thon. Batman and I needed to get like 999 rupees as the last bingo goal, and we were both racing it. And I won, but we did both play the Trendy Game for like 20 minutes.
Oh wow.
It was very funny.
What? You didn't dig up for ore chunks? I mean, rupees?
Oh, if only you could dig up hundreds in LADX.
I was thinking about like another trick, like going into the rapping game, getting as many rupees as possible, and then saving and quitting, and then restarting it over again.
Yeah, the raft game just costs too much to get in. You set yourself
Yeah,
back.
it does.
Yeah, the color dungeon is the big one, where it's like 140 rupees per reset.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's just it's good money.
that trumps it all.
Yeah. And just the fact that like the slowness of it is just needing to kill the 3 guys in the one room. If you've got any reasonable weapon, you're fine.
That's why I asked if that's valid. That is why, in my opinion, the fastest way is the best. Once you get through, it's 140 per cycle.
Yeah. And it was legal. We didn't decide that any rupee grinding methods were illegal, because if you wanted to do them, it was still going to take the time, versus realistically, you could beat this without ever having to rupee grind because the logic is considered. So at any given point, you do have access to everything. Now, granted, you might have to ask Dade about that rupee logic considered when you put bracelet and sword in the same place, and 2 players are like, "Oh, hey, sword."
Manji has enough arrows.
Yep, he can waste 4 again.
That's almost as many times as I tend to miss. I was gonna say, I'm a speedrunner, and even me getting like the 4 cycles for this is so hard. Also, imagine doing the trick I do, which is not move them into the corner because I don't have object permanence and I need to see where both of those arms are at all times. We're in the danger zone. Come on. Death'll.
Do it.
Oh, okay, we had medicine.
Okay.
We're fine. Everything's fine. False alarm.
Man, imagine if he didn't have medicine. He was one hit away from winning.
Oh yeah, I've had runs end to that. And that is time. At a rough 2:59:31-ish. Dude.
Sub 3 hour. Awesome.
Alright, and there we got Magic in here. Magicu!
Hello. Hello.
So, you're the only one that I don't get to ask the question about how did you feel about that D8 Nightmare Key, because you're the one who actually got it, like, early, without getting everything else done first. Everyone else scrambled to do every check in the game.
Oh, I didn't get everything done? No.
It really felt like I did, though. I kept going, oh, that cost me, that cost me. I'm making silly mistakes about, like, pushing down instead of up, and then,
Yeah.
No, everyone else got every check?
Not quite every. I think the lowest check count was Darkness Links at, like, a 212. That said, I also had to question some of your endgame there, because it's like, you have the D5 keys you need, you have everything, why are you still doing checks in, like, D7?
I was hoping for the boomerang.
I mean, doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I was already there. I was like, if I leave here and it was up here, I'm going to be really mad.
Yeah. Just gonna swap us
And
over to the
then
waiting room.
The scale one, it was my third guess. And I was like, if I go do that, it won't be there. And definitely won't be in Dungeon 3.
My commentary the entire time, because Warlink had a pretty substantial lead, was like, he just needs the D8 Nightmare Key. And then I stopped and realized, oh, he doesn't have bow or boomerang. Oh, wait, he might need that as well.
Yeah, it took me forever to find the bow.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I guess I can win with this, but I only have 30 shots. And then immediately almost picked up the upgrade. Was very pleased.
Oh, so that said, we've been here for 3 hours, which was slightly longer than I anticipated the seed to be.
Yeah?
It's amazing how much this gets a lot longer when you can't cheat the rupees.
Exactly.
I think am I the only one who made the bargain for extra rupees?
No, Tamba did it as well. Tamba
many
did it
juice-
many
sacrifice?
times.
So many. I feel like 6 times.
It was a lot.
Yeah,
I
a
was
lot.
thinking I would, but then it kept being very inconvenient to go back there. And so
Yeah.
I never did it after the first 2.
I mean, hey, sometimes it just works out.
I stayed at 2 hearts though for the whole time, like early part of the game. As soon as I got a third and kept it, I died.
I say, with the exception of the absolute runaway time of 2:11 from Warlink from finding Feather in the first like 20 minutes.
No, I put it off going there.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm so mad.
that early Feather, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, well, that's an early Feather. Warlink has won the race. Because early
Well,
Feather is just huge.
If you can do the ledge jumps, absolutely. I can't.
Yeah.
I roughly know how it's done, and I can just never predictably do it.
Eventually you'll
Every
get
other
there.
glitch, I'm fine.
Now, your your controller labels itself as an Xbox controller. Are you using like an Xbox 360 or?
Yes. 360.
So that's probably your issue.
No, it's broken. That's the issue.
No, I mean the D-pad on that thing and the precision that you need to do like super jumps. It's not there on a 360 controller.
I see.
It's just way too spongy.
That could be the problem. Yeah, it's very.
Like it really wants to do diagonals. Like I was playing Bloodstained Ritual of the Night with it, and I could not perform any of the like combos you need to do special attacks in that game, which are like typical fighting game combos. The moment I swapped to an 8BitDo SN30, I could immediately do every trick without issue. So it's just that the D-pad on an Xbox controller is horrible. And I will fight Xbox fans on that one.
No, I don't pay attention to that shit. But then, yeah. Oh man, the early feather. Yeah, I had told myself I should go that way, and I didn't.
It was early
Not
bombs
bad.
and early feather.
I forgot one of the shops twice. The one in town I completely forgot until much later. And then I backtracked for the one just outside of Mabe to the east. I had already gotten past the
Yeah.
Leaves guy. I
Yeah.
forget his name. And I was
Richard.
like, oh no, gotta go back.
Yep. So that said, again, we've been here for quite a while. I'm going to move on to the typical thing that we do at these, which is the closing thoughts. And we will start with, we're going to go in reverse order of finish. So, Magic, any final thoughts? I had to briefly, my brain melted.
Final thoughts. Don't go for Dungeon 7 late, because that really was a lot of backtracking for it. Yeah, had to go all the way into the mountains.
Excellent advice. Darkness Link obviously did not join us, and again, we very much thank him for his not only participating in the race, but also the raid. We love our German racers here in this house. So, guten Tag. I'm pretty sure that's good. And then we'll move on to Tomba.
Good day, actually.
I tried.
All I gotta say is, if you scam, you get scammed yourself.
Oh, did you get scammed?
I got scammed twice. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
It was so beautiful to watch, though, from my perspective as someone who knew. And then last but not least, our race winner, Warlink.
Like I first said, there's nothing important in my movie until there is. But outside that and a rough start of panic buying the first thing instead of looking at both shops, it was a rough start. But the heart's coming in. It's like, oh, this is fine. Fun little scene.
Well, all right then. Normally this would also be the point where I would thank our co-host, give them a chance. Unfortunately, it's just me, and in terms of trackers, it's also just me, and Restreamer, it's just all me. So, thank you, me, I guess. I'll try not to be a narcissist. Thank you, everyone who came out and watched. This was lovely to do. Look forward to it sometime next month. My guess is, because I do want to start doing these after the monthlies are released. This will be like early January when I put everything together for this again. So look forward to that if you want to race and take part, or assist me here in the chair if you didn't like the settings for that month or for December. That said, if you enjoyed what you saw and want to play some of it, feel free to join the LADXR server. We are lovely friends with them over there, and I'm a part of both them and FFR here. If you enjoy our FFR content, please do, hit that follow, join our community, and all that fun jazz. Like I've said, we got other things that go on, including tournaments. The Duck Derby is currently going on right now, so that's our new player program. And then on the other side, we got things like my monthly AP game that I help run over there as the lead on that one. There's also other weekly races run by other members of leadership and such, so it's always a good time. There's always something to be doing, and if you're another community for a randomizer, we love to reach out and have you because we do things like marathons, including the one next week for the South Carolina Burn Children's Fund, our winter marathon. That will be starting on Thursday, so tune in and look forward to it. We got a bunch of great runners, including, as we already saw him here, Warlink, so this was just a preview of what you're going to be able to see there. And thank you everyone for coming out, and I will see you later.